The purpose of this presentation is to do a quick overview of some of the key elements of 7th edition APA. First, we want you to know that you have multiple resources for 7th edition APA at your fingertips. The Tutoring and Writing Center and Library tabs are available inside the Student Resources Center tab on your Canvas dashboard. The Tutoring and Writing Center provides APA workshops, live coaching appointments, and email access to coaches. The library offers multiple APA resources, including sample papers. NU011, the online nursing orientation course, provides APA resources as well, along with links and videos. One of the quickest resources for APA is going to the APA Style website to use the APA Style and Grammar Guidelines to find templates and examples of all APA formatting. Also, if you haven't done so already, I encourage you to do the APA tutorial to get a quick overview of 7th edition APA. The next two slides list the biggest changes from APA 6th edition to APA 7th edition. First, don't include publisher location, so no longer do we include city and state of the publisher. 2, shorten your in-text citations for 3+ authors. We'll look at that in a bit. Also, you will include up to 20 authors in your references. The formatting of DOIs have been moved to URL, and the format is listed here. 5th, don't include retrieved from in front of your URL. The only exception to this is if you are citing a website designed to change over time, such as Wiki or UpToDate. 6th, don't include the format, platform, or device for ebooks. So you don't need to add VitalSource, EBSCO, Medline, etc. Additional changes include 7. Use singular, they, as a gender-neutral pronoun in your writing. 8. You have more flexibility in font choices. 9. There's a new title page format for student papers, and this includes that the running head is no longer in a student paper. 10. You have updated level 3 through 5 headings. And 11. You use only one space after a period in your writing. Remember to use the formatting basics for 7th edition APA. They include using 1-inch margins on all sides of your paper. You have 5 APA font options that are listed here: 11-point Calibri, 11-point Arial, 10-point Lucinda Sans Unicode, 12-point Times New Roman, and 11-point Georgia. Please double space your entire document, indent your first line of every paragraph 1/2 inch, and align all text to your left margin. So make sure your paper is set up left justify, not center justify. In addition, each page begins with your header. The page number is flush right only, again no running head. Center and bold your complete title on the first line of your first body page. Normally that's page 2. Include parenthetical in-text citations when necessary, and use only one space after the period at the end of a sentence. This slide shows the page layout order for 7th edition APA. You start with a title page, then abstract, if requested. It's not always required in your assignments. After the abstract, you would have the body of the text, beginning with an introduction, then using headers for each topic, and including a conclusion section. The body of the text is followed by a reference page, and then followed by appendices if indicated. New to 7th edition APA is the format of a student title page. General guidelines include: use your word processing program header feature to insert page numbers. Align your page number flush right. Number your title page as page 1, and again, no running head in student papers. However, running heads are used in a professional paper in 7th edition APA. The content of a student title page is centered and includes the following: full title in bold font on your 3rd or 4th line of the page with title case lettering. That means the first letter of each word is capitalized except for certain small words such as articles and short prepositions. Then you skip a line And in the next line would be the byline, the author's name. Then underneath that is the institutional affiliation, followed by the course number and name, the instructor's name, and then the date, the month, day, and the year of submission. This is a picture of a student title page in correct APA format. Note the page number in the upper right header. Again, note there's no running head. Note the title of the paper is in bold font, followed by one empty skipped line. Then you find the student name, institutional affiliation, course number and name, and the instructor name, followed by the last line as the date of submission. At the beginning of the body of your paper, be sure to add the paper's title, centered and bolded on the top line of page 2. Or it may be page 3 if the abstract was used for page 2. Your title must be the exact title of the paper that was used on your title page, and it should be typed in bold font. Because your paragraphs of a paper are understood to be introductory, the heading Introduction is not needed. Simply put the title of the paper at the top as seen in this picture, Professional Labor Support. There are 5 possible APA level headers. Level 1 headers are used for the main sections of the paper. Level 2 headings are used for subsections of Level 1 headings. Level 3 headings are subsections of Level 2 headings, and so on. Please note the format of each level on this slide, and note that all levels use title case heading, meaning all the main words are capitalized. The differences are in the indentions and where the text begins. Most papers use level 1 and 2 headers and occasionally level 3 headers. It is rare to use level 4 and 5 headers, but may be used depending on the length and complexity of the paper. We will now look at some examples using APA 7th edition format. Please note that some of these examples and URL links have been created for this presentation and do not represent real articles. First, we will look at a reference example for a book. This slide shows an example of a book reference for a single author. You will see the format is last name, initials, year, title of book is italicized using sentence case, meaning most words are not capitalized. Only the first word of the book title is capitalized. The first word of a subtitle or the first word after a colon is also capitalized along with proper nouns. The edition is listed as part of the title but is not italicized and is followed by a period. The final items are the publisher name and the DOI of the book if it has one. Note, you are no longer including the city and state of the publisher. The second example on this slide is a book with 2 authors. Note it uses an ampersand between the 2 author names. Otherwise, it has the same format as above. This book example does have a DOI. This slide depicts a book reference with 3 authors. It is the same format except it lists all 3 authors. The same format is also used up to 20 authors. This slide depicts a journal article reference with 3 authors. It starts with the names of the authors, last name and initials, followed by the year. The title of the article is in sentence case and it is not italicized. The name of the journal, however, is always capitalized and italicized. Note the volume number is also italicized, however the issue number is not italicized. The reference ends with the page number range followed by the DOI in the new format for APA 7th edition. Note it's https://doi.org/ and the DOI number. It is okay to have active links in your reference page in APA 7th edition. The way to make a link active is to add a space at the end of your DOI by hitting the space bar or the enter key. Note in this example the DOI has not been activated. Something new with 7th edition APA is the format when a book or journal article has 21 or more authors. This example is a journal article with 21 or more authors. In this format, the first 19 authors are listed, followed by the ellipsis or 3 periods, and ends with the last name of the author. After that, the format is the same as other journal articles. Note in this example, the DOI has been activated and shows up in blue font. We have looked at book references and journal references. Now we will look at the third most common reference, a web page on a website. This example is a web page article with an individual author. The format starts with the last name and initials, followed by the year, month, and day in parentheses. The title of the article on the web page is italicized and in sentence case, meaning again only the first word is capitalized in this example. The name of the website is in title case and followed by the URL. In this example, you see the website article was published on October 15, 2018. The title was italicized and in sentence case. Note that California, however, is capitalized because it is a proper noun. The article was found on the NPR website, which is the National Public Radio website, and the reference ends with an active URL to the web page. This slide depicts a web page article with a group author. The main difference in format is in the author section. Instead of starting the reference with an individual author, the group author is placed in the author position. In this example, the website article was authored by the World Health Organization. Also, when the group author and website name are the same, you can omit restating the website name after the title. Now we move from the format of a reference page to how to cite your references within your paper or slides. The first example is citing a source with 1 to 2 authors. Our source in this example is O'Malley and Pierce, a reference from 1996. There are 2 types of citations, narrative and parenthetical citations. The first example is a narrative citation within a sentence using a signal phrase such as, according to O'Malley and Pierce, 1996, ... and the sentence would be completed. A parenthetical citation is a citation at the end of a sentence or a paragraph where there is no signal phrase. This example shows the sentence, a student's capacity to learn, ending the sentence with, in parentheses, O'Malley and Pierce, 1996. The second example is a citation for 3 or more authors. Note, APA 7th edition has simplified the format so that when there are 3 or more authors, you simply cite the name of the first author and et al. Along with the year. Direct quotations utilize the same format for 1 to 2 authors or 3 or more authors on the previous slide. The main difference for direct quotes under 40 words are that they are marked by quotation marks and include the addition of page numbers or paragraph number for a non-paginated source within the citation. This example depicts a direct word-for-word quote with quotation marks followed by a parentheses with the author name, year, and page number. In this example, it is Clay, 1993, page 1. Again, use 1P for 1 page number and 2 Ps for a span of pages, or use para for a non-paginated source from a paragraph. Please see the APA manual or APA style website for the format of direct quotes greater than 40 words. Several of the courses at Herzing University do not utilize textbooks. Therefore, this slide depicts how to reference material within an HU course. There are 2 formats for these types of references. First, if you are referencing a video, PowerPoint, podcast, or photograph with a specific author, start with the author, year, and then italicize the name of the item and add the type of item in brackets. Then put the number and name of the course followed by the name and URL of the LMS, Learning Management System. For us, this is Canvas. And the URL would be https://herzing.instructure.com. Second, if you are referencing course material from an introduction, instructions, text lecture, or other narrative not attributed to a specific author, use the second format here. Herzing University goes in the author slot, followed by no date, n.d. The title of the unit and topic of the content goes next. In brackets, simply state online course content, followed by the number and name of the course, and the name of the LMS, again, Canvas, and the same Herzing URL. A big thank you goes to Mary Perez, one of our fantastic academic coaches who provided many of the APA slides we are viewing. Remember to reach out to your Tutoring and Writing Center coaches, as they are a wealth of knowledge. They are willing to meet with you one-on-one to assist you with evaluating your APA formatting. Thank you again for viewing this presentation.